It feels very icky, it feels very greedy. Made me question what year we're in. Some of y'all were saying this looks like another ColourPop palette. Not gonna buy this. I feel like some people look at this packaging and think it's tacky. So for that reason, I'm not going to buy this. It is a no for me. I'm over it at this point. I'm over it. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Hi gorgeous, welcome back to the beauty room. My name is Elle, and if you're new, you're probably wondering who the heck is this girl and why is she holding a brush as a microphone? For some reason, I have been getting a lot of comments about this damn brush microphone. I never really expected it to be that big of a deal, but the internet always surprises me a little bit. I simply just hold this brush as a reminder not to take me or this video too seriously, because I will be sharing with you my hot takes and personal opinions about upcoming new makeup releases. And speaking of unfiltered reviews and opinions, I would like to thank today's sponsor, which is the Iris app. I will chat a little bit more about them later in this video. As always, this series is meant to start a conversation within our community about upcoming new launches. Don't be shy. I want to hear your hot takes and opinions down in the comments below, even if it is a little bit different than mine. Just make sure to stay kind. The majority of these photos and most of my beauty makeup news comes from the Instagram page at TrendMood1. I highly recommend you follow them if you want to keep up to date with beauty news before you even watch this video, because that is where I get all of this information. All right, let's finally jump into the makeup and the beauty. I'm gonna start with perfume because I usually leave that to the end of the video, but some of these perfumes I'm kind of excited about. The first one is from Sabrina Carpenter. It's her new fragrance called Cherry Baby. Apparently it's supposed to be a playful and sophisticated scent. It has a bubbly feel that's like a cherry Cosmo or a Shirley Temple, but it's also very rich, and it's supposed to retail for $49. For some context, I absolutely love Sabrina Carpenter. She is one of my favorite singers. I went to her concert last year when her tickets were like $50 to $60, and that was resale ticket prices, and she was only general admission at the time, and she's an incredible performer. Like, I wish that concert lasted longer because I loved everything about it. Her album, Emails I Can't Send, one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm so happy that she's getting the recognition that she finally deserves, but I'm also so sad because she was like my personal it girl I was following for a long time, and now she's like trending everywhere and she's starting a lot of trends. With that being said, I do have two of her perfumes, but I don't remember them costing $49. Now there is a chance that the $49 perfume is a larger size. I may have the smaller size, but I paid for the smaller size perfumes anywhere between $20 to $30 at Walmart. So I would be really surprised if this was $49 for the smaller size perfume. I'm hoping that's not the case. I also really enjoy the scents of her previous two perfumes, but I do have to say that the quality of the perfumes are kind of like cheap. They're not bad. Like, I love the smells. I think that they are really good smelling perfumes, but they don't really last long on the skin. And there's something about it that doesn't have like that sophisticated feeling or scent to it. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like it's more like perfume I would wear when I'm a teenager, but it's something that I can still enjoy. I also did have to blind buy the perfume, so I had no idea if I was gonna like it or not, and this perfume is gonna be the same problem. It looks like it's only gonna be available on her website. I'm guessing it would be available on Walmart too. I did do a little bit of digging about the new Cherry Baby perfume, and it looks like she is still working with the brand Scent Beauty on this perfume, which means it will likely be available at Walmart. Not only that, it is available in a smaller size for $30. Also, because cherry isn't really a scent that I go for, I actually don't think I've ever really had a cherry perfume that I was obsessed with, so I have literal no reference to if I'm going to like this perfume. It would be a huge gamble and a huge risk. So for that reason, I'm not going to buy this. Also, I have so many perfumes right now. Like I said, I already have her two other perfumes, have yet to finish those, and then I have a few other perfumes that my mom gave me over the years that I'm still trying to finish. And I'm assuming that this scent is going to be permanent, so I could just wait, maybe watch some reviews, and hopefully it comes into stores and I can actually smell the perfume before I buy it. Moving on, we have another fragrance release from LoveShackFancy. If you watch my previous criticizing new makeup releases, which I will link in the cards, I absolutely love the packaging of LoveShackFancy, and this is no no exception. I also got some mixed reviews. By the way, I forgot to mention, I have been kind of sharing these releases with you on my community tab to get your thoughts and opinions prior to filming this video, so I will insert some of those thoughts and opinions, but it is totally my vibe. I love the floral print, the rose, the strawberry, the bow, so I am very much into the packaging on this. I'm just hoping it's a glass bottle, because if this is not a glass bottle, then everything about it would feel cheap to me. But if this is a glass bottle, then I think it elevates the packaging a little bit more once I see it in person. This is supposed to be a hair and body perfume mist. There's going to be 3 scents: Sugar Blush, Velvet Sun, and Berry Kiss. That sounds so cute. Berry Kiss, Sugar Blush. I think the only one I'm kind of interested in is potentially Sugar Blush and Velvet Sun. Well, that being said, I have a lot of perfumes already. I have a lot of fragrance that I need to finish up, so just like the Sabrina Carpenter one, I'm completely passing on this one. It is a no for me, at least as of right now. I still want their actual perfume. If I'm gonna spend big money on a perfume, I think I'm gonna go for the one in like the big bow packaging. I think that one is so cute. It's on my wish list, and I know for a fact that I like that scent. But I would be interested in smelling the hair and body mist in store just for the sake of curiosity. Anyways, moving on to lip products. Shockingly, there's not a lot of lip products that I've wanted to talk about or are kind of on this list, which is nice because I was kind of getting tired of it, including blush. I've been getting tired of blush and lip products. Anyways, this is the Kulfi Lassie Lips Staining Long-Lasting Hydrating Lip Oil, retailing for $24. There's 6 different shades, and when I asked you guys on the community tab what you thought of this product, honestly, I think everyone had positive opinions and thoughts about this product. A lot of y'all were very excited about the lip oil, and I have a feeling that's probably because of what's online currently. I've been seeing a lot of videos of this lip oil, and it's been getting raving reviews, but like a lot of new products, I have a feeling that Kulfi is sending out a lot more PR. I've also received Kulfi PR in the past, and it seems like they're kind of revving up who they're sending their products to, who they're paying to review their products. So I think that's a great thing because more people are keeping their eyes on Kulfi. And Kulfi is a brand I definitely support. Some of the products that they sent me I absolutely love, like their concealer and like their eyeshadow cream. Those are such incredible products. I am thinking of adding the Kulfi lip oils to my beauty wish list and then reading some reviews on the Iris app, which is the sponsor of today's video. If you haven't heard of Iris, they are a new beauty app that provides unfiltered, genuine reviews to help me make better purchasing decisions. I have been using Iris to write and read honest product reviews and to curate my wish list all in one place. And just like this video series, Iris is an app where you are encouraged to share both positive and negative reviews with the beauty community. And personally, my favorite part about this app is that the more you engage with it, the more gems you can earn, which is basically like Iris currency. And by using their drops feature, you can redeem these gems for viral beauty products like the Hourglass travel brush set, the Rode phone case, or Rare Beauty soft pinch collector set, and so much more. So even if I'm on a low buy or a no buy, as long as I'm still engaging with the Iris app, I can redeem these gems for beauty products at no cost. And if you're searching for genuine product recommendations or want to give your own beauty advice, you can interact with the Iris community by asking or answering questions. So if you are interested in reading my reviews on products that I love, or maybe products that I haven't mentioned on this channel, then be sure to download the Iris app and follow me at LRChew. I will link everything else in the description box. And surprisingly, the only other individual lip product that has released is from Elle Cosmetics. It's their Squeeze Me lip balm in 2 different shades for $8. They're releasing the scents Watermelon and Mango, and I have a feeling this is kind of supposed to be dupe of the Laneige lip balms, because I think Laneige recently released their mango scent in their like tube lip balms, and then in the container lip balms, you know what I'm talking about, they released a watermelon scent. So I see you, Elf. As always, their marketing images are beautiful. I love the coloring of this. It's very appealing, and it actually has me questioning whether or not I want to try the Elf lip balms. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Elf lip balms, if you think they are a dupe of the Laneige lip balms. My only real question is, are they actually moisturizing? Are they actually hydrating? Would it be worth trying? Currently, I am obsessed with the Glossier Balm.coms. They sent me those in PR, and I love them. They're so good, they're so hydrating on the lips, and I would highly recommend the GlossyBomb.coms. But let me know about the e.l.f. lip balms. Are they worth it? For me, because I already have a bunch of lip balms I enjoy and love, I am gonna pass on the e.l.f. lip balms for now, but I still just want to kind of hear your thoughts on it. Moving on to eyes, we have some kind of interesting launches, and I was very surprised to see how many eyeshadow palettes we have in this video, because in the past we haven't really been talking about eyeshadow palettes that often. The first launch is something I'm kind of excited about. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Exagger-Eyes Volume Mascara. It's apparently supposed to be smudge proof, flake proof, clump proof, humidity proof, long wear formula mascara. Bigger, thicker, longer lashes, has a lash vinyl black wrap tech, and ultra curved lash curler brush that separates every lash for instant root to tip volume and curl, with a curved design inspired by the elegance of Art Deco era. I do have to say, whoever copyrights for Charlotte Tilbury, they deserve a raise. I don't know if they have gotten a raise, because no matter what you think about the phrases and the wording that Charlotte Tilbury as a brand uses, no one can say that this person isn't working hard, because they're definitely doing their best. Because anytime I read anything from Charlotte Tilbury, I just feel like it's always just an extreme exaggeration. The words that they're using are so just expressive is the word that I can think of. I don't hate it, because as I read the description, I'm like, ooh, that sounds like a fabulous mascara, but also sounds a little bit too good to be true. For me, I absolutely love the packaging. I love the curved design. It's very much giving hourglass. I do see the Art Deco kind of inspiration there. I'm kind of sad because apparently this is in Europe, but I don't know if it's going to be released in the US. I hope so, because I feel like a lot of people would be interested in this. I got a lot of exciting comments in my community tab about this mascara. You guys were somehow just as intrigued as me. And then when you look at the actual application images, it looks appealing. Do they look like spidery lashes? Yeah, they do. But do I kind of like that look and wish my eyelashes looked like that? Yeah, I do. I usually don't really care about mascara, especially high-end mascara. I'm very, very picky. Well, I'm not very picky. My lashes are very picky when it comes to mascara. So majority of mascaras don't work for me, don't give me the vibe or the look that I'm looking for. Most of the times I'm better off just wearing no mascara or just lashes. This is something that I would be intrigued to spending my money on. Let me know if you feel the same. Then we have an eyeshadow palette, or two eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath. They are called Sublime Blooms. One of the palettes is called Opalescent Orchid. The other is Nirvana Nectar. They're gonna retail for $56 each. And I'm just gonna apologize in advance. If you love Pat McGrath, if you're a stan of Pat McGrath, I'd like to apologize in advance. But I think a lot of us are at the point where we're kind of tired of the Pat McGrath releases. This is nothing to Pat McGrath herself. I have a feeling that there's definitely more going on behind the scenes as to why her launches have been kind of lackluster, and I feel like her brand is sadly falling flat. I feel like this happens a lot with brands where they hit their peak, they have such a strong brand presence, and somewhere in that space they just start to dwindle their quality down, they dwindle their concepts down, they dwindle their releases. It just starts to not feel like what the original brand was, and I don't always hate that. I know that's totally normal. Again, Pat McGrath as a makeup artist, incredible. Nothing against Pat McGrath, but this palette, what I'm a little bit frustrated about isn't even the color story, which I feel like I know a lot of people are angry at when they see another rose palette from Pat McGrath or another neutral gold palette from Pat McGrath. I'm just looking at the price. It's $56. It's still luxury pricing, but all at the same time, the packaging is cheaper. Usually it's in the plastic, thick plastic, slightly weighted packaging, but now it's $56 and it's in what looks to be cardboard packaging. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not the cardboard packaging, but this is usually the design that she uses for cardboard packaging. And to me, that's absolutely insane. I don't care what the formula is at this point, especially the neutral gold palette. I have those colors a million times over. I don't even really like gold shimmer like that. I do like the color story of Opalescent Orchid. I love the teal. I love the purple. I don't know if these are her special shades at all. It says Oh, no, they're not, because it says 2 metallic shades for depth and a luminizer for highlights. So there's nothing in this description, at least as of right now, that says that there are her special shades. So again, $56 for like regular eyeshadow. That's maybe a little bit high quality than other metallic eyeshadows, and then like cardboard packaging, and then a mediocre color story. I'm sad about it. Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm not frustrated about it. I'm just like, that's so sad. It's like watching an artist kind of like change and shift to adapt to just like the masses and society and everything like that. That's what makes me really sad about it. I saw this TikTok the other day that was also talking about shrinkflation, and they were like picking apart Milk Makeup and how Milk Makeup like made all of their product sizes smaller, but they charge the same price, if not more. And I do think that there is something wrong with that. Like, it feels very icky. It feels very greedy. I am very much in favor of smaller packaging. I personally like the idea of being able to use up my makeup before it expires, but I also think it should benefit the consumer when you are shrinking the packaging down to at least shrink the price slightly. You know what I mean? Same thing with House Labs, like somehow making the price worthwhile versus making the price more or the same for a lot less product. It's always gonna feel a little bit icky, even if the intent is there. Moving on to the next eyeshadow palette that made me question what year we're in. The Naked palette is being re-released by Urban Decay. This is so nostalgic, and I know initially people hate this idea of re-releasing old things, and I got some mixed opinions in my community tab. Some of y'all were like, is Urban Decay running out of ideas? Others were like, I actually kind of like this, it's very exciting. And I think that for Urban Decay, it's a smart move. Like, from a business and branding standpoint, Urban Decay is known for the Naked palette, so much so that even in the stage of under consumption core trending, people are talking about the Naked palette. They have been talking about still owning their Naked palette. It's been like a topic of conversation in terms of nostalgic makeup. Some people are still using their old Naked palettes. They are beat up, they are worn, and I personally love that. I love seeing people just like using or like having their old makeup for a long time, and I really used to love the Naked palette, but not as much as I feel like other people do. So for me, I do think this is a smart, timely move for Urban Decay. But what I think is strange is that they're making this limited edition. We know what limited edition means. It means not limited edition. So if this does well and people start buying it again, I'm sure Urban Decay is going to bring it back permanently. My thing is that as much as I feel like this is very nostalgic, I like that Urban Decay is bringing it back. It's a smart move for them. Urban Decay's eyeshadow formula is very much behind. I bought one of their smaller like Naked palettes months and months ago, maybe like a year or so ago, and I love the color stories, but I hate the eyeshadow formulas. I realized quickly that their eyeshadow formulas are not competitive to what's on the market right now. I don't know if this new Naked palette is gonna be the same formula or maybe upgraded a little bit more, but it just does not perform the same. Also, I think I recall like having the Naked 2 palette, and the Naked 2 palette was just always too light for my skin tone, and not all of the shades worked on me. I don't remember my experience with the first Naked palette, but I think you can feel nostalgic about something and you can be excited about something coming back without having to buy the palette. I also have a new version of the Naked palette for me, which is the Patrick Ta matte palette. That is my adult modern Naked palette. I don't need to be buying this one, and I don't think you need to be buying it either. I think that we can take a step back and appreciate something that was once old coming back. And if you have been missing out on it, or if you feel like that color story is missing in your makeup collection, sure, go for it. But we can talk about it without having to buy it. So I'm definitely gonna be passing on this, but I am curious about the formula. I do wanna know if it's an updated, better formula. If that's the case, I hope they bring it back permanently, because maybe one day I'll try it. The next release is shockingly again from Urban Decay, and I'm not gonna lie, I gasped when I saw this. It has been a long time since I saw a new product launch and gasped. It doesn't happen often, but I was very just like, these pictures are just so appealing. I don't know who sent these pictures to Trend Mood, but whoever did, they're better than just like professional marketing campaign images, because these just swatches, the lighting of this, the packaging, the shimmers, they were getting me excited and it looks very intriguing and appealing for me. So this is their new Cityscape Cowboy Star Palette. It includes 6 different shades: Space Cowboy Rides Again, Endless Party, A-List Energy, VIP Only, No Sleep Club, and Vibing. It doesn't say the price, but I'm sure it's gonna retail for like $50 or something like that, because the packaging itself, the shimmers itself, I have to praise Urban Decay for this because I think it is really appealing. I love the star packaging. Might seem a little tacky to some people, but I think it is so freaking cute. Also, it has like their famous shimmer. Space Cowboy is one of their most viral products. So at this point, I have accepted that brands are always just going to remake things around their viral products. I'm not even gonna critique it at this point. It just makes sense for them to put it in this palette. But what I will critique is the blandness. So again, I got mixed feelings about this palette in my community tab. Some of y'all were saying this looks like another ColourPop palette, and I agree. I forgot which one it was, but it does look like a ColourPop palette. Are the shimmers better in my opinion? Yes, but the color story looks like a ColourPop palette. ColourPop palette. That is a mouthful. I need to do like rehearsal vocal exercises before I film this video because apparently I can't speak. And that is literally the reason why I wouldn't buy this. Someone also said that they want holographic eyeshadows from Urban Decay, and I agree. Like, that would have made this palette something special. It would have gotten me to buy it despite trying not to buy any more eyeshadows right now, but it's not a strong enough color story for me to buy another eyeshadow palette. It's one of those things that I would be buying for packaging, and like I mentioned in the makeup you'll regret buying video, I know that if I buy it for the packaging, I will regret it later, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the cards. But Urban Decay, like, you really could have completed this with holographic eyeshadow. You could have really remade your current Space Cowboy formula, done something really special with it, but instead you gave us neutral and bland. I think it's really hard though to critique brands from that perspective though, because I'm sure that a lot of people just aren't buying colorful eyeshadow anymore. So I can see why brands would like to appeal to the masses, but it's always so sad because like the creativity just gets ripped apart because of that. Another launch that made me question what year it was is from Too Faced. It's their Aptly in Love eyeshadow palette. I don't know what more to say about this besides the fact that I don't like it. I think it's extremely tacky and the color story is mediocre. For $54, it's supposed to smell like caramel and you call the palette Aptly in Love and it's supposed to smell like caramel. Like, I understand you're trying to give out the autumn fall vibes and it's supposed to be like caramel covered apple. And the thing about Too Faced is that they're always so confusing. You can never really tell if they're trying to appeal to children / teenagers or if they're trying to appeal to adults. And this is one of those palettes where I'm like, okay, if you were a brand that was appealing to like teenagers, tweens, children, I get it. Aptly in Love, it's kind of cute, but like some of their products are very much appealing to adults. Like the Better Than Sex mascara, like that sounds like you're appealing to an adult. Too Faced needs to choose who they're appealing to. I don't even have anything to say to make this palette better. I just think that there's nothing to it. There's nothing to it, and that's all I'm gonna say. Then we actually have both a foundation stick and contour stick from Dior. Have y'all seen the contour bronzing stick shade range for this? I have been trying to take a step back from like critiquing shade range. This is very much kind of giving like the Too Faced contour bronzing stick color range. There's like cool tone shades and there's the one orange. Very strange. I am banning myself from buying any more cream contour cream bronzer because I have enough. So not gonna buy this. And then they have the foundation stick, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in it, but again, I'm trying to cut back on a lot of the makeup that I'm buying and what kind of makeup I'm buying, and I do already have the Tom Ford foundation stick, so I don't need the Dior one. Am I interested in trying it though? Definitely. I think this is probably something I will add to my Iris wish list. It's a permanent product, so I could definitely wait to try it, but it will be something that I look at in store. If it seems like a good product, I might buy it in the future, but as of now, like, I'm not in a rush to buying it. Then we have a new collection launch from Guerlain, did I pronounce that correctly? Times Pucci. It's the Vibrant Fall Makeup Capsule, and a lot of y'all were pointing out the packaging on this. Some of y'all were thinking that they're just trying to sell this based off of packaging, and I kind of agree. I love the packaging of this. I think it is freaking fabulous. The lipstick packaging, gorgeous. Not a fan of the lipstick color, but like if I were to buy something for packaging, I would buy the lipstick. It is so pretty, and the marketing image of the lipstick is kind of selling me. Like now I'm sitting here thinking, do I want the lipstick for the packaging? I kind of like the dark lip color, but then again, I always think that I like the dark lip color for the fall time, and then I just never wear it. So do I need it? No. But do I want it because I think the packaging is so cute? Yes. The design is incredible. Love it, love it, love it. Marketing images, beautiful. The biggest critique I have though is the eyeshadow palette, and a lot of y'all probably agree with me on this. What is with this eyeshadow palette? It's giving Halloween. It's not really giving like groovy, like it's not. And I'm also confused as to the direction of it. This is where it's like sometimes I critique something for being so boring, and then sometimes I critique something because it's just too out of the box. I think we need to have like that middle, right? It needs to be like, you know, a little bit wearable and then a little bit out of the box where it's still different than what you usually see. This is an example of being a little too out of the box for me. Personally, I know that there might be people who look at this and they're like, wow, red, purple, like those are the colors I wear every day. Or maybe they look at this and they're like, I need a palette with just basic black, white, red, and purple. Personally, that's not me, and that's not how I wear makeup. So this eyeshadow palette is just not it for me. It's a pass. I'm gonna be swiping left on this one. And speaking of luxury makeup, we have new, I don't know if this is new. It says Celine Beauty is expanding their cosmetics line. So I think they originally had a cosmetics line. Didn't know about this. I must be living under a rock. And they are expanding it and getting into color cosmetics. I'm very excited about this. I feel like some people look at this packaging and think tacky. Personally, I love the look of old luxury. I love the look of like vintage makeup, and this is what Celine is giving to me. Vintage looking makeup packaging. That's what I look for. That's what I love. That's what I'm missing, and that's what I want more of when it comes to makeup. I will pay for vintage looking packaging, and I hope that the quality is just as good. I hope it's like weighted like the Victoria Beckham bronzing brick. If it is, like I want it. I want packaging that feels like it's made to last forever. I think over the years, product packaging has gotten so cheap. I want the packaging from like back in the day where it was like made out of metal. You could refill it and you would have it forever to pass down to my kids, my grandchildren, so that they can see like, oh, this is what makeup used to look like. But now all of the product packaging is just plastic and bland, and then a lot of the product just gets disposed of. But going back to Celine Beauty, it's going to include a La Rouge Celine lip category, which looks to be like 15 shades of red. It's supposed to be a satin finish, dressed in gold and embossed with Celine's logo. I love that. Like this packaging is so pretty to me. I love like the leathery case. There's also gonna be a lip brush, mirrors, tinted lip balms, mascara, face powder, eyeliners, eye pencils, nail polish. Sign me up. This is supposed to release in January 2025. I hope that it's not psychotic pricing. Like I hope it's not the price of Louis Vuitton makeup. If it's the price of Gucci makeup, I can do it. But if it's the price of Louis Vuitton makeup, I don't know if I could stomach that. And the last makeup I wanted to chat about is a new product from Glossier. They're releasing their new Boy Brow Art. It's a pomade pencil with 2-in-1 custom tip to fill, shape, and define brows, precision edge for fine hair-like flicks. This is a long time coming for Glossier. I don't know why it took them so long to launch this, because they're known for their boy brow, and that's pretty much like a classic, standard, necessary makeup product for their brand. So it only makes sense that they're releasing this brow pencil, but I'm also kind of like, why didn't they release this sooner? And all at the same time, I really do appreciate Glossier for focusing on core products. Like that's what I really like about Glossier. I know Glossier, the idea of Glossier has really been dwindling down, and a lot of people don't really care about the brand anymore. It doesn't have the same curiosity that it used to have, but I do think that Glossier is still doing something right, especially because a lot of their products seem to be focused on just expanding core lines of makeup. And yes, did they take a long time to release an additional eyebrow product to their boy brow? Yeah, but I also would rather have a brand take their time to launch a core product that is actually good and works well than to just rush into a bunch of back-to-back launches and releases that they hope will sell. All that to say, I do think that this release is kind of boring, but I also think that this release is necessary. And it does say it's a pomade pencil and it's supposed to be creamy. So I'm interested to know if this is kind of like, you know, the Anastasia pomade eyebrow jar container. You know what I'm talking about, the dip brow. I'm wondering if that's like a similar formula, but in a pencil form. I think that would be really cool. Glossier sometimes sends me PR, so I don't know if I would get this in PR, but it's something I am interested in seeing in the store to see if I like it or not. Will I be buying it? Probably not, because I already have a brow pencil I love and enjoy. But if it is kind of like a cooler formula that might work better, then I would splurge on it. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this product down in the comments below. Would you splurge on an eyebrow pencil, or are you just going to use one from the drugstore? Because that's currently what I'm using. I'm using like a $6 eyebrow pencil from Maybelline, and that's always done the job for me. I don't think I need anything else, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, surprisingly. I lied. That wasn't the last makeup product. Fenty Beauty announced yet another launch. I feel like I'm talking about them every single week. And these are their new satin blushes in the same shades as their cream blushes. I do think the colors are fun and vibrant, and I'm excited about that. And I also love a good satin blush. However, I absolutely hate the packaging, and for that reason, I probably will not buy it. But it looks nice. And last but not least, let's chat a little bit about Blake Lively's new beauty brand. Her new line is called Blake Brown Beauty. I'm hoping that she comes out with beauty products because I'm more intrigued by that. But right now, she's only seems to be launching hair care products. I could care less about hair care products. Not only that, I could care less about another celebrity brand. I think that at this point, it doesn't do me any justice to critique, another celebrity brand. I'm tired of it. It's oversaturated. We know that already. We know that critique. I'm not even gonna bother to say that the market of celebrity brands is oversaturated. At this point, celebrities and influencers are going to continue to release their brands and hope that they are putting something different on the market. It's the name of the game, and I think if they have the resources to do it, to each their own. Whether it's going to be successful or not because of their name, I don't really know. Like I said, I'm not like an avid follower of a lot of celebrities, and Blake Lively isn't someone that like I look at and I aspire to look like or be like or anything like that. I don't look at Blake Lively and think, oh, what's her hair care routine or what's her makeup routine? I think she's just naturally gorgeous. So this beauty brand isn't that exciting for me. I just wanted to say that I love the packaging. And I've seen comments where people are like, oh, that looks like Fenty Beauty packaging, like the hexagons. And when I look at the packaging, I don't think of Fenty Beauty. I think of Beyonce. Also because Beyonce recently launched a new hair care line. So I'm kind of like associating the two because Blake Lively's branding is very much like bee vibes. And I love that. I love the shampoo and conditioner bottles. I love that you put it together and it kind of looks like a honeycomb. So freaking cute to me. And even the name of the brand is kind of cute, like Blake Brown Beauty. Adorable. Love it. The prices are not that bad either. They're very mid prices. Everything is around like $18 to $20. Will I be buying this? I think I actually might once I run out of my shampoo and conditioner and hair mask, because I just like the packaging and I would buy it and try it for the packaging. What I really want to see though is her makeup products, because it also really reminds me of Burt's Bees because their makeup packaging is like the hexagon. So I hope that her makeup packaging is at least a little bit cuter than that. Like, I don't care if the shape is the same, just make it cuter. I also think that if she didn't even launch her name on this and the packaging was the way that it was, I feel like it could stand alone and it would be something that people talk about on TikTok because it's just so cute. Just like the Mondays pink packaging, I think if you just saw this packaging in store without her name on it, people would talk about it. And for me, I consider that good branding, but are the products good? No clue. Will I rush out to buy any of these products? No. Am I tired of celebrity brands? Sort of, but I'm over it at this point. I'm over it. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Believe it or not, those were all of my hot takes and personal opinions about upcoming beauty launches. If you do want to hear more about my opinions on products and my reviews on products, then be sure to download the Iris app and follow me at LR2. I will link everything in the description so you can check it out. If you enjoy these criticizing new makeup makeup releases video and want to binge some more content, I post these about once or twice every single month, so I will link the playlist in the cards. And just a reminder, this video is meant to start a conversation within the community, so I do want to hear your hot takes and personal opinions down in the comments below. As always, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!